Gregor Mendel, known as the father of modern genetics, was born in Austria in 1822. As a monk, Mendel discovered the basic principles of heredity through experiments in his monastery's garden. His experiments showed that the inheritance of certain traits in pea plants follow particular patterns, subsequently becoming to the foundation of modern genetics and leading to the study of heredity.
Mendel, it's time to water the plants.
From Mendel's experiments, he drew the following conclusions. Organisms have discrete factors that determine its features. These factors are now recognized as genes. Furthermore, organisms possess two versions of each factor. These versions are now recognized as alleles. For each factor, one version is dominant over another and will be completely expressed if it is present.
Yes, they are my favorite plants because they are very easy to work with.
From Mendel's conclusions, certain rules can be established. First, the law of segregation. When gametes form, alleles are separated so that each gamete carries only one allele for each gene. The second one is the law of independent assortment, and it states that the segregation of alleles for one gene occurs independently to that of any other gene. And the third one is the principle of dominance, which says that recessive alleles will be masked by dominant alleles. In 1856, Mendel began a decade-long research project to investigate patterns of inheritance. Although he began his research using mice, he later switched to honeybees and plants, ultimately settling on garden peas as his primary model system. Mendel studied the inheritance of 7 different features in peas, including height, flower color, seed color, and seed shape. To do so, he first established pea lines with 2 different forms of a feature, such as tall versus short height. He found very similar patterns of inheritance for all 7 features he studied. One form of a feature, such as tall, always concealed 2 other forms, such as short, in the first generation after the cross. In the second generation, after plants were allowed to self-fertilize, that means pollinate themselves, the hidden form of the trait reappeared in a minority of the plants. Specifically, there were always about 330 plants that showed the dominant trait, example, tall, for every 111 plants that showed the recessive trait, for example, short, making a 3 to 13 to 13 colon 1 region. Mendel also found that the features were inherited independently. One feature such as plant height did not influence inheritance of other features, such as flower color or seed shape. Some of Mendel's influences might be that after university, he thought about Brunn Modern School. Another teacher, Alexander Makowski, specialized in botany and geology. He and Mendel became class associates. Makowski's special area of interest was the study of flowers, which may have inspired Mendel to look at plants in order to determine hereditary likelihood. Another one could be Key Gator's Experiment and Observations upon Hybridization in the Plant Kingdom. There was a book that was found among Mendel's possessions after his death. This book was filled with Mendel's notes. Gardner worked with plants and in his experiments, including peas, which may have inspired Mendel to work with the same plant.